Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. It's Islam, okay? He's definitely the pound for pound best fighter in the world. John Jones is nowhere near that, okay? And it's simple because Islam has been active. And yes, he has lost, but as of late, he has been active. He's been winning. These are his last 4 fights. And I know people, including me, are saying he hasn't really done much outside of his title fights, but it doesn't matter. Listen to his last fights that he's won. And he's finished, by the way, 75% of these fights. Charles Oliveira, Volk twice, and now Dustin Poirier. And in my opinion, even when you're pound for pound the best, and I know Dana White understands, he sees he had a hard time with Poirier. Maybe he feels he should have beat him more convincingly or even quicker than that. Look, John Jones, if you look back in his career, he had fights with Gustafsson, and the first fight he had with him, he struggled a lot and probably should have lost. But yet he was still the pound for pound best at the time. So what makes this any different? Okay? Now look, and again, John Jones hasn't really fought much. Not that he needs to, but I doubt he would be pound for pound even if he was more active. I feel like he would have lost by now to somebody. And just the fact that Islam is fighting anybody that wants to challenge him. And here's the thing: I agree, he should have probably finished that fight a lot sooner, and I picked him to finish it in the first round. But he had a hard time. But there's nothing wrong with that, When you're challenged like that by anybody who you're supposed to beat on paper, like he should have, you still find ways to win. You don't flinch. You stick to your guns, and you find a way to win. That's what this sport's all about. So I really don't see anything wrong with how Islam won. I don't see anything wrong with what he's doing. He just literally tied. This is his third consecutive lightweight title defense. He's tied now with his coach, Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's tied with BJ Penn. He's tied with Benson Henderson for the all-time most title defenses consecutively in lightweight championship history. So if he defends this title again, which I think he will, he's going to break that record. So, again, he's definitely pound for pound the best right now. Like it or not, that's what it is. And I think this victory over Poirier did him a lot of favors more than it did to hurt him. First of all, it didn't hurt him at all. Secondly, I feel like it humbled him a little bit. Because before the fight, you see how he was talking. I am the best pound for pound fighter in the world. He's not on my level. He don't believe he can beat me. His coach don't believe he can beat me. And now he found out, hey, if I didn't fight my best fight, I would have lost to this guy. Probably that's how he's thinking, and he should. But, again, he's probably going to look back and say, you know what? Being the champion that he is, the fighter that he is, I think he's going to look back and say, you know what? I need to humble myself a little bit. Yeah, I beat him, but I had a hard time with this guy. Khabib kind of ran through him. Charles Oliveira didn't really struggle with him too much. I had a hard time with this guy, and he's 35, so I need to chill out and, focus myself better. But he's clearly the best. No doubt. So, yeah, whatever. John Jones, look. Now, I will say, if John Jones comes back and beats Stipe Miocic, whether it's him or beating Tom Aspinall, then yeah, he should be the pound for pound, just because of the fact that he's been fighting for so long and has never lost. But because he hasn't really fought much, and okay, he beat Cyril Gane. You forget Cyril Gane got dominated by a guy with bad legs. And beating his own, and yeah, he outstruck a guy with bad legs. But he still got dominated and got thrown around like a rag doll. So I don't see where that really matters too much. Shout out Francis Ngannou.